MotorWeek is made possible by Rock Auto and Tire Rack.
The newest automotive trend is the crossover vehicle. Crossovers attempt to combine elements of several different vehicle types to produce a hybrid aimed at consumers with active and varied lifestyles. The latest crossover vehicle to hit the market is the compact Pontiac VIBE. It's part SUV, part sports sedan, with a little minivan thrown in for good measure. It's definitely crossing over, but to where? Well, if you believe all the hype attached to this new automotive marketing buzzword, crossover vehicles like the 2003 Pontiac VIBE should take you straight to automotive paradise. But we're sure the level-headed folks at Pontiac will be more than satisfied if the new VIBE just crosses over from the dealer's lot to your driveway. Where it takes you from there is up to you. And with versatility a high selling point of the VIBE, as well as its close cousin, the Toyota Matrix, possibilities are wide open. For instance, the VIBE is available with 3 engines and 4 drivetrain combinations. Base front-wheel drive models produce 130 horsepower and 125 pound-feet of torque. It's delivered by a Toyota 1.8-liter double overhead cam 16-valve inline-4 with variable valve timing with intelligence that feeds either a 5-speed manual or a 4-speed automatic transmission. Opt for an all-wheel drive VIBE and you'll get the same 1.8-liter engine that's been slightly detuned to 123 horsepower and 118 pound-feet of torque. Like most small all-wheel drive models, the VIBE primarily powers only the front wheels until slippage is detected and a viscous coupling is engaged to send torque to the rear wheels. The system is capable enough to handle most urban and many rural applications. It is, however, only available with the 4-speed automatic. For those seeking to embrace a speedier VIBE, the VIBE GT offers a Yamaha-tuned version of the 1.8-liter 4-banger that kicks out 180 horsepower and 130 pound-feet of torque. It serves a close ratio 6-speed manual tranny, one of the few in this segment. It was this setup that we took to the track, where we recorded runs to 60 in 8 seconds flat and a quarter mile in 16.4 seconds at 90 miles per hour. Like the Toyota Matrix XRS we tested earlier, we found the VIBE GT's performance somewhat disappointing. Off the line, the GT is soft, making for a rather sluggish launch. The gentle sloping torque curve seems to stretch on forever before hitting its peak at 6,000 RPM, where it gathers itself for a final kick, like a marathon runner with the finish line in sight. If you keep your foot in it, it's okay. But some of our staff prefer the less potent but more flexible standard engine. Built in California at the new United Motor Manufacturing plant Toyota owns with GM, the VIBE is a mechanical twin to the Matrix. Wheelbase is 102.4 inches with 16-inch wheels standard and 17-inch optional wheels and rubber. Styling is the most differential aspect of the two. The VIBE has all the standard Pontiac cues, but designers showed an admirable restraint in the body cladding department. Even with a standard roof rack, the profile is very slick for a 5-door, proving a handsomely aggressive-looking car doesn't have to be over the top. The VIBE suspension is comprised of McPherson struts, coil springs, and stabilizer bar up front, and a torsion beam coil springs with stabilizer bar configuration under the rear. All-wheel drive models get an independent double wishbone suspension in the back. Our GT track tester moves smoothly through the low-speed slalom. There is a touch of understeer on turn in, but the well-balanced chassis keeps it from becoming overbearing. There's also plenty of grip, and should you push the VIBE hard enough, you can induce a pleasant 4-wheel drift. The steering also keeps you feeling connected with its responsiveness and excellent feedback, and body roll is moderate. Responsive and connected describe the VIBE's braking experience too. Our GT's 4-wheel disc ABS brakes brought us down from 60 in an average of 135 feet. Comments included tracks perfect and very stable, but stops a little longish. Standard and all-wheel drive VIBEs get disc and drums with available ABS. Another virtue of the versatile VIBE is its compliant highway ride. Think Sport Tourer. Tight enough to be sporting, soft enough to be a comfortable long-distance cruiser. The VIBE's ride is supported further by a roomy, well-equipped, and very flexible interior. Supportive buckets with manual height adjustment give you a fairly high and SUV-style commanding view of the road. A tilt wheel is standard. Red-lit gauges hide deep inside chrome trim pods and are easily read at a glance, while operation of the audio and climate controls are logical. The bright trim center stack is topped with a standard CD player or an optional 200-watt premium audio system with a 6-disc in-dash CD changer or an available DVD-based navigation system. At the bottom is a cool 115-volt outlet for powering your daily low-wattage appliances like cell phones. Tall seating provides good legroom throughout the Vibe. Indeed, there's a decent amount of space in the rear seats for 3 children or 2 adults. The room gets more than decent when you fold the 60-40 split seats flat for a solid load floor with cargo tracks and adjustable tie-downs. There's a generous 57.2 cubic feet, and the front seat folds for items up to 8 feet long. All this versatility won't set you back a lot of long green either. The Vibe starts at just $16,900 for standard front drivers, with all-wheel drive starting at $20,100. GTs like our track tester start at $19,900, with our car going out the door for $21,300. Now, we're still not buying into all this hoopla about crossovers. After all, taken individually, a lot of Vibe's features aren't anything we haven't seen before. But when they're wrapped up together in a package like the 2003 Pontiac Vibe, we'll admit it's a whole new vibe and versatility.